That day marked the end of my school life. It was the day when all our final college exams were over, and everyone was filled with joy and relief. To celebrate, we gathered in the main hall of the college for one last program, a farewell drama prepared by the junior students just for us. I was seated and ready to watch the play. Soon, the drama began. As the main character stepped onto the stage, a wave of surprise swept through the hall. The reason wasn't hard to see. A boy had come out dressed as a beautiful girl. It wasn't unusual for boys to play female roles in our all-boys school, but this time was different. The boy didn't just dress like a girl. He truly looked like a stunning young woman. His appearance caught everyone's attention and left the audience in awe. That cross-dressing character stirred something new in me. A different kind of thought entered my mind. I found myself wondering what it would feel like to dress that way. I had never imagined myself wearing girls' clothes or looking like a girl before. But seeing that boy on stage awakened a desire deep within me. I couldn't help but think how amazing it would be if I had the chance to play that role. From the first moment until the end of the play, my eyes followed him. His performance as a girl was so natural, so graceful, that the desire growing in my heart only became stronger. I wanted to meet him after the show, to talk to him, but I never got the chance. Even though it was my last day of college, the thoughts about cross-dressing stayed stronger in my mind than anything else. With those thoughts swirling inside me, I returned home. Only my sister was there. As I walked into the house, I saw Mia, my sister, who was 4 years older than me, sitting in the living room watching TV. Our parents usually came home around 7 p.m. since they ran their own business. Mia was studying for a degree in business management. "Henry, today was your last day of college, right?" she asked as I walked in. "Yes, I feel a little sad," I replied, settling down on the sofa. "Well, now it's time to think seriously about your future. Why don't you consider doing a business management degree too? Then you can use my notes to help you," Mia suggested kindly. But my thoughts were still caught up in the image of the boy from the play, the one dressed so beautifully as a girl. That desire to cross-dressing was still fresh in my heart. I need to think about what to do next. But right now, I just need a good rest, I said as I lay back on the sofa. "You better not rest too long or you'll get lazy," Mia said, glancing at me. "I'm not that lazy," I replied with a small smile. "So, what special things happened at college today?" "Most people remember their final day very clearly," Mia asked, her voice filled with curiosity. "Our juniors performed a really lovely drama," I said. Then, without thinking much, I added, "You know, one of the boys was dressed as a girl." As soon as Mia heard what I said, she turned off the TV and looked straight at me. "What? That must have been beautiful, right?" "Oh, I wish I could have seen it too. Do you have any videos or photos of it?" she asked, her eyes sparkling with interest. "Oh no, I didn't even take a single photo," I replied, feeling a little disappointed. "But they recorded the whole thing. They'll upload the video to the college's Facebook page soon." "There's something strangely beautiful about boys dressing like girls," Mia said thoughtfully. Her face lit up with a kind of passion I hadn't seen before. "What's so special about cross-dressing?" "I don't like boys dressing like girls," I said quickly, hiding my true feelings just to see how she would react. "There's just something fascinating about it." "One day, I'm going to dress you up like a beautiful girl," Mia said playfully, teasing me. "I don't want to do that," I replied, pretending to be annoyed. The truth was, I was scared to tell Mia about the desire growing inside me. I wasn't ready to open up, so I kept my thoughts to myself. After a short conversation, I got up, went to the bathroom to take a shower, and then headed to my bedroom. Once I was in bed, I picked up my phone and opened our college's Facebook page, hoping the drama video had been uploaded. Just as I had expected, the video was already there. I sat comfortably on my bed and started watching the video with great excitement. As I watched it, I couldn't help but share it with Mia too. After a while, Mia came into my room and sat down beside me on the bed. "The boy in this drama plays the girl's role so well," she said, clearly impressed. "Yes, right? He's very cute." "I kept watching him the whole time," I admitted. "Don't you know who this boy is?" Mia asked, curious. "That's John. I know him. He's always had a girly look," I said with a laugh. Just then, Mia's phone rang. "Hello, Camilla. How are you?" Mia answered the call cheerfully. Hello, I'm fine. I just finished watching the video. That boy acts like a girl so beautifully. And he's dressed up so well too. Camilla said from the other end. Yes, we were just talking about that, Mia replied, smiling. As I listened to their conversation, I realized they were talking about our college drama. Mia had already told her friend Camilla about it, and even shared the video with her. Can we find that boy? I'd love to include him in a video we're planning to make at our salon. Can your brother help us find him? Camilla asked excitedly. Our brother knows him, so we can find him for sure. And if not, Mia added, looking at me with a mischievous smile, maybe we can get our brother to be in the video instead. It doesn't matter if it's Henry, Camilla said, laughing on the phone. He'll look beautiful when he dresses up as a girl too. I'm still with Henry. I'll ask him about that boy, Mia replied. Their conversation ended shortly after. As I sat there listening silently, I realized something important. This might be the chance for me to fulfill my hidden desire to crossdress. I felt both excited and nervous. I didn't act on it right away, though. I waited quietly, hoping for the right moment. After a while, Mia left my bedroom, and I slowly drifted off to sleep. The next morning, something unexpected happened. I received a message from Camilla. Curious, I quickly opened it. The message read, Henry, can you tell me about the boy in that drama? I want to make a cross-dressing video with him. As I read those words, my heart began to race. A new idea took shape in my mind. Maybe I could fulfill my cross-dressing wish with Camilla's help. I sat alone on the living room couch, thinking deeply. Should I tell her about my desire? What if she laughed at me? What if she and Mia didn't like it? That fear held me back for a moment. But then I made up my mind. I decided to be honest. Slowly, I typed out a message. Camilla, don't look for other boys. I can join your video. After sending it, I waited nervously, my eyes fixed on the phone screen. A few minutes later, my phone buzzed. Camilla had replied, If you're willing to dress like a girl, I'd like to do a cross-dressing video with you. Her words brought me so much comfort. I suddenly felt supported. That little message gave me the courage I needed. I took a deep breath and called Camilla. Hello, Henry, she answered warmly. Hi, Camilla, how are you? I asked, trying to sound casual. I'm fine. Aren't you doing well too? Why did you call all of a sudden? Oh, wait, you said you wanted to dress like a girl, right? She said, smiling through her voice. No, I don't want to dress like a girl, I replied quickly, still nervous to admit the truth. I know you do, Henry, she said gently. If you have that desire, just tell me. I'd love to help. I really enjoy helping boys who want to cross-dress and look nice. Her kind words gave me so much relief. I hadn't expected such a kind and open reaction from her. At that moment, I knew I could trust Camilla. I realized I didn't have to carry this feeling alone anymore. I gathered all my courage and decided to finally speak my truth. Camilla, I want to tell you a secret. Please don't take it the wrong way, I said, my voice trembling. Henry, I think I already know what you're going to say, she said kindly. That's why I told you first. If you want to dress like a girl, I'll help you. Her words took me by surprise. She understood me before I even fully spoke. That made me feel seen in a way I had never felt before. Thank you, Camilla. Your words mean a lot to me, I said softly. I never thought I would want to dress like a girl. But after watching that drama yesterday, something changed inside me. Now I really want to try it. I honestly never thought you would be interested in cross-dressing, Camilla said. But I'm glad you told me. I'll help you become a beautiful girl. Come to our salon one day, and I'll do everything for you. Then she paused and asked gently, Does your sister know that you like dressing like a girl? No, I didn't tell her. I'm too embarrassed, I said quietly. Don't worry, I'll help you, Camilla said with warmth in her voice. Can you come to our salon next Saturday? Her question caught me by surprise. I don't have anything planned that day, I replied, my voice full of excitement. Perfect. Then come in the morning. I'll call you again later, she said. With that, our phone call ended. But the joy and hope it left in my heart stayed with me all day. For the first time, I felt a door had opened, one that led me closer to my hidden dream. That evening, I was in my bedroom when I heard my sister come home. Henry, where are you? Mia called from the living room. I'm in my bedroom, I answered. A few seconds later, Mia stepped into my room carrying bags. She looked cheerful, and from the way she was holding the bags, I could tell she had been shopping. "What are you doing, darling? Come, look at what I brought you," Mia said brightly as she handed me the bag. "What's this?" I asked, surprised. "Open it yourself and try them out," she said with a teasing smile. Curious, I opened the bag, and I froze in shock. Inside were a bra, panties, shapewear, an underskirt, and a stunning blue frock. Everything was elegant and beautiful. I slowly took out the dress. It was a short frock, delicately sewn from silk and net fabric. The color shimmered under the light, and it looked soft and graceful. At the bottom of the bag were a pair of 2-inch heeled shoes, dainty and perfect. "Why did you buy me these?" I asked, still amazed. "I got them for you, sweetheart." "You need them," Mia said gently, holding my hand. "Camilla told me everything." Her words made me feel both embarrassed and touched at the same time. I lowered my eyes, feeling shy. But then, without thinking, I stood up and hugged her tightly. "I'm so glad you told me about your passion," Mia said as she sat beside me. "Honestly, I was always wishing for a sister, someone I could dress up and do makeup for. I wanted to see how beautiful she would look. Deep inside, I had hoped it could be you, but I never said anything. I didn't think you'd ever agree. But when Camila called me today and told me about your desire, I was overjoyed. You don't know how happy it made me. I even skipped my work today and went shopping just to get you the clothes you need." Mia's words touched my heart deeply. I could feel how happy she was, and it made me feel safe and loved. That moment felt like a beautiful dream, a dream I didn't want to wake up from. I never thought I'd want to dress like a girl. "But in the end, I'm so happy that you're happy because of my passion," I said, my voice full of joy. "Are you going to Camilas' salon next Saturday?" Mia asked with excitement. "I'm coming with you." "It would mean so much to me if you came. Let's go together on Saturday morning," I said with a smile. "I can't wait until Saturday," Mia said eagerly. After our conversation, I sat on my bed and thought deeply about this opportunity. It felt like a dream, an unbelievable chance to explore something I had only imagined in silence. Time passed quickly. On Friday night, while I was still in my room, Mia walked in carrying a small tube of cream. "Darling, are you ready to become a girl tomorrow?" she asked with a playful smile. "I can't wait until tomorrow." "But what's that in your hand?" I asked, eyeing the cream curiously. "Ah, Camilla called and told me you need to remove your body hair. This is hair removal cream. Use it on your arms and legs," she said, handing it to me and explaining carefully how to use it. I took the cream, went to the bathroom, and followed Mia's instructions. After applying it and rinsing off, I was amazed at how smooth and radiant my skin looked. It almost shimmered, soft and fresh like never before. I then carefully shaved off my light beard until my face was completely smooth. Once I finished, I returned to my bedroom. "Wow, your skin is glowing. You have the skin of a girl," Mia said cheerfully. "Now let's get to bed. We're going to the salon in the morning. I already told Mom we're going to visit my friend Camila." She smiled and went off to her room. I lay down on my bed, but sleep didn't come easily. A storm of thoughts filled my mind. Nervous excitement, doubt, and curiosity. I couldn't describe exactly how I felt, knowing I would dress as a girl for the very first time. I wondered what I would look like. Would I be beautiful? Would I really feel like a girl? With all these thoughts racing through me, I stayed awake well past midnight. Eventually, I drifted off without even realizing it. The next morning, I was awakened by the soft touch of my sister's hand. "Good morning, Henry." "Wake up quickly," Mia said gently. "Good morning," I said, sitting up groggily. "I slept really late last night." "I know, you must have been nervous. After all, you're gonna dress like a girl for the first time today. But guess what? I didn't sleep well either. This is a special day for me too. It's the day one of my dreams comes true." "I'm really happy," Mia said, holding my hand warmly. "I'll get ready right away," I said, and headed to the bathroom. I shaved my face once more to make sure it was perfectly smooth, then took a shower. After a few minutes, I was fresh and ready. I stepped into the living room, and there was Mia, already dressed and waiting for me, her face glowing with excitement. "Shall we go?" I asked. Let's go, Mia replied with a smile. After a short ride, we arrived at Camila's salon. As soon as we stepped inside, Camila greeted us warmly. Welcome to my salon, she said with a cheerful voice. I'm already familiar with this place, but I don't think my brother has ever been here before, Mia said, glancing at me. Oh, I haven't, I replied softly, still feeling a little embarrassed. The thought of being here to dress like a girl made me feel both nervous and excited. Henry, today is going to be a day you'll always remember, Camilla said with a gentle smile. You'll walk in as a boy and leave as a girl. Her words made my cheeks flush with embarrassment. I couldn't bring myself to say anything, so I simply looked down at the floor. The three of us chatted for a little while, and soon after, Camila brought out the panties, shapewear, and underskirt that Mia had bought for me. Let's not waste any more time, Camila said, smiling softly as she handed me the items. Let's start transforming you into a beautiful girl. She pointed to a room and asked me to go change into the clothes. I walked toward it nervously, holding the garments in my hands. Once inside, I picked up the panties first. They were soft and delicate, made of pale pink fabric that looked almost too pretty to wear. As I slowly slid them up my legs, I felt the silky texture caress my skin. It was the first time I had ever worn women's panties, and the softness, the fit, the feeling was unlike anything I had ever experienced. My heart fluttered with unfamiliar excitement. Next, I put on the shapewear. It hugged my body tightly, pushing out my hips and butt to give me the curves of a woman. I looked at myself in the mirror and couldn't believe the difference. My body had already begun to take on a feminine shape. Then I slipped into the underskirt, which flowed smoothly around my legs. The feeling of wearing women's underwear from head to toe was indescribable, comforting, thrilling, and deeply personal. Gathering my courage, I stepped out of the room. Each step felt heavy with nervousness, but I walked over to where Mia and Camilla were waiting. My brother looks so cute in an underskirt, doesn't he? Mia laughed as soon as she saw me. You're joking, I said shyly, trying to hide my face. No, I'm not, Camilla said, gently adjusting the underskirt. There's something strangely beautiful about a guy wearing an underskirt. We all laughed softly, and for a moment, my nerves faded. Just then, Mia brought out the bra and started to help me put it on. Hold on, Mia, Camilla interrupted. I brought a pair of breast forms for Henry. What's a breast form? Mia asked, surprised. I was just as confused. That's what I was going to ask. I've never heard that word before either. Hey, if you're going to cross-dress Henry, you definitely need to know about these, Camilla said with a knowing smile. A breast form is a fake breast made of silicone. She took one out and showed it to us. That looks so real, doesn't it? Mia said, holding one in her hand with fascination, smiling as she turned it over gently. I wanted to reach out and touch it too, curious about how it would feel, but I held back. I was afraid they might laugh at me if I looked too eager. Henry, sit down here, Camilla instructed, pointing to a chair. I did as she said and sat down nervously. Camilla applied adhesive to the back of the breast forms and carefully placed them on my chest. Hold them for a moment until they settle properly, she said. I followed her instructions, pressing the forms gently to my skin. Little by little, I felt the silicone begin to bond with my body. Within minutes, the breast forms clung naturally to my chest. I could feel their gentle weight, shifting slightly with each breath. It was a strange but thrilling sensation. With the shapewear already reshaping my body and the new weight on my chest, I could feel my figure becoming undeniably feminine. Now this is getting better, I said, almost in disbelief. Then stand up, Camilla said, grinning. Mia, help your new sister put on her bra. That word *sister sent a small jolt through me. They were starting to call me a girl now. At first, it made me shy, but oddly, it also brought a warm, unfamiliar joy that settled softly in my chest. Mia walked over, her eyes glowing with excitement, and helped me into the bra. I could tell she was genuinely enjoying this. Then Camilla came to adjust the breast forms inside the bra cups, making sure they looked perfectly natural. Both of them stepped back and admired their work, their faces filled with pride. Henry, come, look at your new look in the mirror, Camilla said. I walked over to the mirror slowly and raised my eyes to the reflection. What I saw took my breath away. A young woman stared back at me. Her figure was curvy and soft, her chest full, her posture elegant. I blinked, stunned. Was that really me? I couldn't take my eyes off the mirror. "How do you like your new look?" Mia asked, gently taking my hand. "Once you're fully dressed, you'll be even more beautiful." "I'm sure of it." "Yes, he'll definitely be a beautiful girl," Camila said, echoing Mia's words with confidence. "Mia, bring Henry's frock." "It's time to get her dressed and start the makeup," Camila added. Mia retrieved the dress she had bought for me. With her help, I stepped into it and pulled it up. It was absolutely beautiful. Crafted from soft blue silk and delicate netting, it felt incredibly comfortable against my skin. "That frock is perfect for Henry," Camila said, arranging the fabric neatly. "Mia, you picked the perfect dress for your new sister." "I just realized I actually managed to choose something beautiful," Mia replied, clearly pleased with herself. "Henry, come sit down. Let's begin your makeup." "I can't wait to see how stunning you'll look when we're finished," Camila said, gathering her makeup tools. I sat down again, my heart pounding softly with anticipation. Camila began the process by applying foundation evenly across my face. Her hands were skilled and gentle. Then came the eyeshadow, eyeliner, blush, and finally, the lipstick. Rich and perfectly colored. Within minutes, my transformation was nearly complete. "The makeup has made Henry's face look a lot more feminine, hasn't it?" Mia said, leaning in to study my face with wide eyes full of wonder. "Yes," Camila agreed. "But just wait until he puts on the wig. You'll be amazed." She walked over to her wig collection and selected a long, elegant one that suited my face shape perfectly. Camila gently placed the wig on my head and styled it into a simple, graceful hairstyle. The moment she stepped back, Mia gasped in delight. "Wow! You've become such a beautiful girl, Henry," she said, her voice filled with emotion. "You've changed so much, I can hardly believe you were ever a boy. Look at you, Camila. My little brother is now as beautiful as a fairy. I'm so happy." She pulled me into a warm hug, and I could feel the joy radiating from her. I turned to the mirror and gazed at my reflection. It was surreal. Just a short while ago, I had looked like an ordinary boy. Now, the mirror reflected a girl with soft features, styled hair, and an elegant form. I stared at the image in disbelief, hardly able to comprehend the transformation. "Henry looks even more feminine than I imagined," Camila said, gathering the final accessories to complete my look. "Let's finish the rest." She picked up a pair of clip-on earrings and carefully attached them to my ears. They sparkled gently, framing my face with a subtle charm. Since my ears weren't pierced, the clip-ons were a perfect choice. Next, she placed a delicate necklace around my neck that matched my frock perfectly. Finally, she helped me into a pair of 2-inch heels. "And there we have it," Camila said with satisfaction. "We've made you a girl. Not just any girl, but a beautiful one. A girl who could drive boys crazy." I noticed Mia staring at me silently, her eyes wide with wonder. She looked at me as if seeing something magical. "This is a dream come true for me," Mia said, her voice trembling with emotion. "My brother is standing in front of me now, looking like a beautiful girl, like a fairy. I always wanted to see you dressed like this, but I never thought you would be such a beautiful girl. I can't even put into words how happy I am." She stepped closer and kissed my forehead tenderly. That moment felt timeless, one I knew I would never forget. "Thank you both so much for helping me dress like a girl today," I said sincerely, looking from Mia to Camila. "Without you two, I could never have done this. I'm really lucky to have such kind-hearted people in my life." "I'm happy too," Camila said with a soft laugh. "I've always loved cross-dressing. There's something so cute and expressive about it. And now you can join us anytime. You're one of us now. Let's take some photos." "Come on," Mia said excitedly, already pulling out her phone. She snapped a beautiful photo of me, with Camila coaching me on how to pose. When we looked at the picture together, we all smiled in admiration of how lovely it had turned out. "Henry," Mia said after a moment of silence, her voice soft with awe, "when you dress like a girl, you're more beautiful than me." "Then it's true. Our new girl is even more beautiful than both of us," Camila added with a smile. "Mia, you'd better work hard to protect your sister from the boys." "Oh, don't joke around. Why should I be careful with boys?" "I'm a boy too," I said playfully, trying to look cute. "A boy? Don't be silly, Camilla replied with a grin. Look at you. You're a real girl now. There's no trace of a boy left in you. Just then, Camilla's phone began to ring, interrupting our conversation. She glanced at the screen and picked up the call. Hello, brother, she said. She turned to us and mouthed, It's my brother. Where are you? Asked the voice on the other end. I'm at the salon. Why? Is something wrong? Camilla responded, I'm driving down the road to your salon. I'll be there shortly, her brother said. Camilla's expression shifted as soon as the call ended. She looked at us, clearly troubled by the unexpected visit. Well, here we go, she said under her breath. For a moment, she stood silently, thinking. My brother is on his way here. We'll have to tell him the truth. Don't worry. He'll understand you, Camilla said, her tone both firm and reassuring. I'm really embarrassed to be like this in front of a guy, I said, feeling a wave of nervousness take over me. But there's no turning back now, Camilla said gently but firmly. And if you plan on continuing your journey in cross-dressing, you'll need to get used to moments like this. I didn't say anything in return. My heart was racing, and the room had fallen into silence. We were all caught in the grip of anticipation. I sat stiffly, waiting, nervous, self-conscious, and unsure of what would come next. A few minutes later, the door opened, and the sound of footsteps filled the salon. Hi, sister, came a deep, cheerful voice. Come in, Camilla called out.